Mr. Afro.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all have settled down in your respective seats. All right. Good evening, everybody. I don't see the energy in the crowd so much today, and I hope that pulls up as the event progresses. Looking at all of you here today, it doesn't feel just like a good evening. It feels like a very good evening. A very good evening to all of you here. Good evening, distinguished guests, innovators, and visionaries. Welcome to a celebration of ingenuity, collaboration, and 8 years of groundbreaking innovation at the heart of T-Hub's journey. I'm your host, Chandrika Chowdhury, Lead Partnerships and Strategy, T-Hub. It is an absolute pleasure to have you all here as we commemorate T-Hub's 8th Foundation Day and 8 years of infinite innovation. This is a celebration of audacity to dream, the resilience to overcome challenges, and a celebration of the collective spirit of T-Hub that propels us all forward. So tonight, we just don't celebrate a building or an organization. We celebrate a movement, a mindset, and a legacy that continues to redefine what's possible. The night is still young, and I know all of you are as excited as I am. So without a further ado, let's kickstart the event. Before we do that, I'm going to quickly run you all through the agenda of today. So tonight we have welcome note by Mr. Sujit Jagidar, the CIO of T-Hub, followed by a talk by the founder of Jaggle, Mr. Narayanam, then followed by special address by the CEO of T-Hub, Mr. Mahankali Srinivas Rao, followed by a panel discussion moderated by Mr. Srinivas Kollipara, followed by special address by Shri BVR Mohan Reddy Garu, followed by keynote address by Mr. Jayesh Ranjan Garu, and then the felicitation of our valuable partners and corporates, and then the program launch and MOU signing. So let's start with the first segment of tonight, the welcome note. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting you the dynamic Chief Innovation Officer of T-Hub, spearheading the corporate, international, and government relationships as well as partnerships. Let's officially begin the evening with a warm welcome from Mr. Sujit Jagidar. Please join me all in welcoming him.
Thank you, Lekha. Very good evening. Let me try one more time. Very good evening. I'm sure you had good tea, coffee, and snacks. Can I hear a resounding good evening, please? Very good evening. Thank you. So first of all, a warm welcome to all of you to the 8th Foundation Day of T-Hub. In fact, I would like to welcome the T-Hub board members here. Mr. Jayesh Ranjan Garu, I know while he is not here, he is pretty much in the building. BVR Mohan Reddy Garu, PJ Narayan Garu, Srinivas Raju Garu, Sri Krishna Deva Garu, and Shashi Reddy Garu, and other board members, other important members. I also warmly welcome the Honorable Consul Generals who have graced the occasion. In fact, Her Excellency Jennifer Larson is going to be here shortly. But since I can't come back and welcome her, so it's a warm welcome for her as well. His Excellency Gareth Wayne Owen, thank you very much, sir, for your presence. He's the Deputy High Commissioner of UK for AP and Telangana. His Excellency Berthelot Thierry, for traveling all the way from Bengaluru for gracing the occasion. He's the Chief Consul General of France. His Excellency Orhan Elman Okan, the Consul General of Turkey. And His Excellency Dr. Nawab Mir Nasir Ali Khan, we are expecting him as well. Thank you very much. He is the Chief Consul General of Republic of Kazakhstan. I also warmly welcome the ecosystem players here who have been pillars of support for T-Hub. And I also welcome the leaders from the corporate world who have not only graced the occasion, some of them based out of Hyderabad, many have taken trouble to travel. So thank you very much for that. And of course, the T-Hub mentors, who again are our backbone. Thank you for being here. Last but not the least, the star of our eyes, the center of our world, the startups, the founders, their teams. Thank you, and once again, a warm welcome to all of you. In fact, I stand before you. It gives me immense pride and gratitude as I welcome you all on behalf of T-Hub for this 8th Foundation Day celebrations. In some sense, I think T-Hub has already actually become a kind of a landmark, a kind of a cornerstone for innovation and entrepreneurship, not just in Hyderabad, probably in the entire country, without a doubt. I think if I roll forward today, it's very clear that we are close to realizing the vision. And I would quote BVR Mohan Reddy Garu, who says that there's a lot more to be achieved, and I completely agree with that point. A lot more to be achieved. So you would have also seen a symbol infinity, put up here and there. In fact, we promote open innovation where corporates, startups, or research institutions collaborate, of course, with the government support. To the point of and also the MOUs to be signed. So I request the teams that have come in for MOU signatures exchange, please be around. For accepting this particular invite. So as they say, sit back, relax, enjoy the evening, and thank you for your patient listening. Thank you. Thank you so
much. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, and aspiring entrepreneurs. Are you able to hear me? Yeah? Okay. So thank you for the warm welcome. It is truly an honor to be here at T-Hub, the Mecca of innovation and entrepreneurship. Discussing a topic that deeply resonates with me, the journey of Zaggle from an idea to an IPO. It has been a long journey, 12 years, but we have made it from zero to an IPO. That is what creating the IPO 0 to 0 and in between creating the IPO is how I'll put it. For me, an idea is a desire deeply anchored in a dream. The true essence of an idea is in the journey that it takes and not just the starting point. The idea and the dream to go to IPO has not been the last 2-year hustle as most of you around me would have seen it. It has been a dream deeply set in my heart and mind for decades. Once got city to 1980 and of Business India. Which I put effort to go on behalf of Business India, but I'll tell you that magazine, went a long way in shaping my dream. That would, I would read about the entrepreneurial stories, and that would give me the highs and lows, what an entrepreneur goes through. It also, it also tells me that, the journey is just not one way. It is, multiple ways you have to go through before you go to a stage where it becomes one way. Also, I realized that a foundation was being built subconsciously in my mind, that I have to somehow, be in that magazine as an entrepreneur whose company is listed. Back then, only listed companies got featured in coveted business magazine, and so the dream to be featured and to dare a bigger dream, was slowly starting to build, and to get listed on the stock exchange got seeded deep into my heart. Little did I know that this aspiration born out of pages of a magazine would shape the course of my life. So, I come from a mixed background of business family. My mother, is an industrial family based out of, Rayalaseema region, and my father is an academician, retired as Secretary to Government of India. So there was always a tussle. So should I take academics as a career path, or should I go towards my mom's side, who were all business people, means entire, the whole lot was a business lot. So it was always, for me, sometime here or there, constantly pricking me that which side should I take. And my dad was always that you have to study, read, go to US and, read more, become a big consultant in a big four, and, take on your life from there. So what happened is that, but looks like mother's genes were like more stronger, and what happened is that by the age of 16, I started selling t-shirts to make little bit extra money, extra pocket money to be able to survive. I lived in Delhi. Delhi is a very expensive city. Those were like the t-shirts which I printed were like very nice. I was earning good money, but then the academic pressure, and you age, in Delhi it is, and at least in our South Indian families, it is considered, not normal to defy parents. So, back then India was also going through a liberalization phase in the 90s, and I wanted to get global exposure. So I ventured out to study in US and joined as a consultant after doing my MBA from Stern School of Management, went ahead and became a consultant with PwC in the US. As my experience with PwC brought me closer to the entrepreneurial world, my passion for a startup, burned brighter than ever before. So that's why I say aspiration is the idea that grows into a plan. Upon my return to India, I took a leap of faith, founded my first company called Pratima.com. Pratima is nothing else but Pratibimb, and from there we took Pratima. Riding the wave of .com boom, it was ahead of its time and paved the way for the inception of a company called eYantra. eYantra is a very familiar company. It had operations in 51 odd countries and raised multiple rounds of private equity. A company specializing in merchandising and corporate gifting. So the idea of Zaggle came out of a need to fill a void in the merchandise space that wasn't very tangible. Zaggle's incorporation story stands as a testament to the fact that companies who pay attention to their customers, will always remain profitable. It is the customers who decide the course of a business, not the investors, not the board, not the employees, and never the competition. So if you look at it, this is how, this was the first picture taken in 2011, when all of us went out, with Zaggle t-shirts and a obnoxious logo of Zaggle that time. And this is where, we also launched, eYantra Zaggle Supercard in the market. So the gift card business, was doing very, very well, and we were basically in the rewards and gift cards business. By 2018, we had already issued about 5 lakh card in the market. But the biggest worry was that in 2018, while Zaggle was a leading prepaid card and gift provider, and I was also planning to move full-time into Zaggle. So while I founded Zaggle, I was always away from Zaggle till about 2018. So 7 years banvas for me. I was running multiple other companies around that time. So I was faced with a very critical question that entrepreneurs are faced with when they are at crossroads examining the expansion and the growth options. So we had 2 options to go mile wide and inch deep. That is, build an expanded client base and serve each of them with one financial solution.